Hey everybody, it's Kristen from Gadget Review. Today we are looking at the 2014 Fiat 500 Turbo. It is a small car from the outside, but quite spacious on the inside. And I'm going to tell you more about it right now. Alright, so everybody knows the Fiat 500 is a small car. It weighs 2,300 pounds. That you probably didn't know. Pretty lightweight. It has a 1.4 liter turbo producing 130 horsepower. Zippy, yes. It's actually one of the more fun parts of the car is that it is fast considering its size. Chrome tipped exhaust. And there's some of this extra body panel work that gives it a little bit more of a turbo-esque feel. You can see that, the little vents back here. The trunk's small, but it's enough space for 4 or 5 grocery bags, which is good enough for me. Right here you've got the Beats subwoofer, which is part of the Beats speaker system. I think it's $1,600 extra. A little pricey, but it probably sounds a lot better than the standard speaker system. These sportier wheels, they're 16-inch wheels, though they look a lot smaller than they are. I guess they're 6.5 inches wide. So they're pretty small, but it's a damn small car, so rightfully so. You've got red brake calipers, which is always a nice accent. That isn't to say that they're necessarily any more powerful than the regular Fiat 500 brakes, but they look good. It's a nice accent to the red circle around the 500. So you've got what looks like a lower lip, probably a wider mouth honeycomb grille, though it's plastic. There are fog lamps. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I killed the battery the other night when I left those on, so word to the wise. I'm almost 6'2", right? So just to give you some perspective, right? But it's pretty narrow. But when you get inside, when we get back inside, you'll see that it's actually relatively well accommodating for a couple people, at least 2 grown men. We've got Gabby on the other side here. All right. Starting price is $19.5 grand. Everything added on, and this one is 24 and change. Little pricey considering the car and how it feels on the inside. A little plasticky. AM, FM, and MP3 CD playback. There's an aux input as well as a USB input. There's something called Blue and Me, which is Bluetooth, and Bluetooth only for making phone calls. To pair it, you have to use the voice commands. There's no screen in here. There are steering wheel controls for controlling the radio and the cruise control. On the back of the steering wheel, right where there would normally be a set of paddle shifters, is control for the radio to go through your pre-selected tuner stations as well as control the volume. It's got AC, heated seats. It even has a horn. There is a sport suspension on this Fiat 500. It is tight. It's springy, as you can probably see. We're not exactly on a bumpy road here, and you're not even in the car, and you could probably feel it. It's small, which means you can fit it into all sorts of places that you probably otherwise couldn't fit your giant SUV or even your CUV. The steering, it's tight, it feels connected. However, the ratio on it, turning around corners, I feel like I gotta really pull it over. What's kind of odd, and I'm not sure how I feel about this, in fact I don't like it, there is a GPS, and then so there's no in-nav, or there's no in-dash nav system. So what they do is they give you this. It's a Tomtom Nav, classic old school style. I've not used it. And why haven't I used it? Because when you're driving, the GPS is actually in your line of vision. So I'm a little reluctant to drive around with it. So I just take it down and throw it into the glove box. So what else you have, which is a little unorthodox, in fact, is very unorthodox, set of handles that double as locks. So when you push them in, they actually lock the door, and that's indicated by an orange indicator that's seen on the inside on the hinge. Now, usually, traditionally speaking, that means the door is unlocked. Like, warning, the door is unlocked, somebody's gonna carjack you. it's the opposite in this car. A little bit strange, but doesn't really take too much time to get used to. And it's got the dual mirror, so it's got like the extra wide view, and it's really confusing to the eye, and I don't even know why they'd put it in there. So if I had to sum it up, the best way I could probably describe it is the Fiat 500 Turbo is a bit like driving a go-kart. It's not totally impractical, it's not totally practical, and it's not super fast, but it sort of fills this void, I suppose, especially for a city driver. I'm Renato Carosone for Gadget View. Have a good day.